I know you don't work. I don't know what you do during the day, whether it's whatever, but I work from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if I'm out late till 2 a.m. and only get like 4 hours of sleep, that doesn't work for me. That fucks me up the next day. So if I do that on a Tuesday, that Wednesday will be completely fucked up. I don't like I like preparing myself when I get to the venue, getting settled in a little bit. I don't like going up like right when I get there. I'll do it. I've done it before, obviously. That's just not my preference.
I understand.
Chill out, have a beer, say hi to a few people. Go over what I'm going to talk about. I want to get back into improv.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Alright, well, something tells me you don't like improv comedy, right?
I like improv.
You do?
I like doing it.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't like watching it so much, but I like doing it.
If it's my friends, and it's actually good.
Yeah, it depends.
If it's actually good, and I know there are some parts of it where it can be kind of culty, where it's like you don't say no, you say yes and, but yes and then you just turn it around and completely do a complete 180.
What's your favorite improv game?
That's a tough one. I like the A to C.
A to C?
A to C.
How does that go?
Say a word. You think of a word. Then you think of another word. And that other word you thought of is the one that you shout out. Like A to C.
Okay. You think of a word, then you think of another word.
Yeah,
and then you think of a word.
If I say apple, apple makes you think of pie, which makes you think of Thanksgiving.
So who says the A?
It can switch.
How many
off.
people does it take?
It can be, I think, a minimum of 3 people. And then you can have as many as you fucking want.
So, but basically, so you have one person to go apple, one person to go pie, one person to go Thanksgiving.
No, you cut out the pie.
Okay.
Like, if it's like, let's say you have 5 people, right? You go like in a circle. I go to you, you say apple, I say apple, you say pie, and then pie to the guy says Thanksgiving, and then the next person will say Christmas or, whatever, and just keep it going. Like you just say it right off your tongue. You don't think about it, you just say it. That's the whole concept of it.
So
what I like about improv the most is the amount.
Still not sure I understand
that it helps me with my stand-up, so I don't have to be up there in the deer with headlights, just going.
I used to like Slacker.
Yeah, Slacker's a good one.
Slacker was good. Park Bench was good.
I think with every different improv.
And One Word Story was good. Which I think is sort of...
Yeah.
Is that similar to A to C?
It is, in a way. But, it's like...
But you're missing the B?
It's not so much you're missing the B. It's just, you have a one-word story. It's like a topic of discussion. And you just think of a story. So if I think of... If the word's cat, Like, you explain this story, this weird story. It doesn't have to be true of just a cat, and like, whether you found a cat, whether you pet a cat, whether you were attacked by a cat, it doesn't necessarily have to be
this cat
heavy.
pet itself. That was what was so great about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not how A to C works.
A to C is just boom, 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 word, word, word.
So, cat,
Like, before they go on, like, here's another one. Like,
let's play A to C. I'm trying to understand this game.
Okay. Car.
Headlight.
Tail light.
Deer.
Antelope.
Gun.
Bullet.
Whiskey.
Vodka.
Cocaine.
Straw.
Pussy.
Ass. Like, shit like that. It just goes on in, like, one word.
It's more disjointed.
Yeah, in a way. It's quick, though. To be honest, I haven't done it in a while. Like, before the pandemic.
I'm sorry, I fucked this all up, because we were gonna go do our sets, and then we were gonna come sit in the car and do the podcast, and I fucked up, because I made the biker gang mad at me, and
No, it's all good. Anyway.
I'm really sorry, man.
No, don't worry about it.
I fucked up. I didn't mean to fuck up.
Someone else is here now. One of these people have company.
I don't know.
Then why don't you curb your enthusiasm?
You want a beer?
I'm all set.
Alright.
Yes, I gotta get going.
I know.
Alright, Dilly.
I'm really sorry, man.
Yeah, it's all good, brother.
Fucking... So you give me a ride to open a mic?
Yeah, the other ones.
When the... Alright. Fucking... I'm sorry, man. I never foresaw that.
It's okay, brother.
I'm so sorry.
Alright.
I'm gonna try to cut some stuff together.
Yeah.
If I need more material, I'll call you.
You got it.
Alright.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon, okay? Thanks for being a good friend.
So, look, I don't mean to be an asshole, Billy. I'm just trying to help you.
I know
I don't want to see you get banned from anywhere else. That's why I said that. I'm trying to help you from not either getting your ass kicked, getting banned from the place, getting kicked out, getting more people on more people's shit list.
I know.
All right. It's all out of love, brother.
I know it is.
You got everything, right?
I've got some things to figure out, I think.
And if there's anything I do or say to piss you off, don't take it personally.
It's all me, man. I got a fucking fucked up brain that I gotta unfuck.
Dude, you're doing better. You're doing a hell of a lot better than when I met you 3 fucking years ago. That's for damn sure.
Well, I appreciate it.
Okay? The rest of dope, I know it has its pros and cons. I don't know what it's like to do dope. So yeah. Alright.
I'll probably have to call you to fill in some holes, but
Yeah. Alright, we'll
I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Alright. Love you,
Alright.
buddy.
Love you too, man.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Good. Oh, Dillon. You're a shit show. Yeah, I feel like Providence is growing like it always should have been. Like, when I started, I've been doing this almost 7 years. when I first started, it seemed like the comedy scene was really like ragtag, like barely put together. It didn't seem like there were that many of us. It seemed undersaturated.
Yeah.
I was like, why are people not paying attention to this? Some of these people are really funny. And you're right, now it is kind of, you know, there's a lot more people, but it's all people coming from, I couldn't name another comic who's actually from Boston. Colin Felder, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, Colin Felder, from Providence, rather, not Boston.
Yeah.
You understood what I was saying, right?
Yeah. Well,
there's a ton of people from Boston, but they come down.
They're mostly students and they stayed there. So they're not from Boston.
Well,
people in the Boston scene usually are.
I mean, where they live.
Yeah.
They're coming from Boston because there's not as much stuff in Boston as there was pre-COVID.
Right.
So they come down. I remember the night after a couple of things reopened in Boston, there had been like 40, 50 people at a skew every night for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
There was like 20 people or something. And it was because they had reopened something.
Yeah.
Maybe more like 25, 27, you know. But it was, and I don't know what the numbers are currently, but I feel like that's one thing I will say for Winsong is she's always, or for or against Winsong, is she's always courted the Boston dollar.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have this wealth of talent here.
Yeah.
Nobody seems interested in cultivating the actual Providence scene. And there's so many good comics.
Yeah.
You know? And back in the day, there were even more. You know what they did? As soon as they got fucking enough, they left.
Yeah.
There's no reason for... Providence will never establish a scene unless we actually start treating the comics like they're worth anything.
Yeah.
Because nobody sticks around.
Is Drew Dunn from Rhode Island?
We're so close to Boston, New York. There's no reason for you to hang out in Boston, or in Providence, rather, and get abused. You might as well leave. But Providence is a great town for this shit. You know? That's the way I feel about it, anyway.
No, I always liked Rhode Island. It's, the crowds are cooler. Fucking, most of the comics are cooler. So.
Yeah, right. For the most part.
Yeah.
If I was up in Boston, I would have been canceled like six times by now.
Yeah, you would have.
However, my cancellations have almost always involved Winsong.
Yeah.
I had one sort of Me Too incident a few years ago.
Yeah.
With this one chick, but it was ridiculous. It was just I fucked up. I didn't call her back, and this chick was mad.
Yeah.
And it was when all of this Me Too shit was going on. So she and you know what? I fucked up. It was my friend, a chick that I had been with before, his friend.
Yeah.
But she has a boyfriend, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have sex with your friend, whatever. Nice. And she told me, like, don't do that. She will try to fuck your life up.
Yeah.
I did it. She did try to fuck my life up, you know?
That's
but
crazy.
Within a week, I voluntarily didn't go up the week when everyone was freaking out.
Yeah.
And then by the next week, people...
Wait, was she in the comedy scene?
No, not at all. But this was when I was in... I used to be more involved in, like, the music scene.
Okay.
There's a thing called Madcap.
There must be so much bullshit to deal with in the music scene, because everybody, like comics...
I'll tell you what, dude, not that much, because I used to do this show called Madcap, and they used to give me 10 minutes every Monday at 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
Every week for like 5 years. Like if I'm coming up on 7.
Yeah.
So no, not as much bullshit in the music scene as you would think.
Right.
You know,
Ah,
there were times when I used to host for bands and stuff a lot.
yeah.
And there were times when the venue would be like, what is, you know, and I was just starting too. Like, I needed to acclimate my act better.
Yeah.
But none of the places where they had like punk bands play and stuff. Or even acoustic bands. Madcap was all acoustic. They never said, no, we won't accommodate your shit.
Yeah.
You know? The comedy scene is much more fragile.
Really? Do you think that's only in recent years?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's like in the last 10 years at this point.
Yeah.
You know, it got particularly bad under Trump.
Yeah. Well, everybody became so reactionary, and yeah. I'm glad. Like I
feel like what I do is reactionary though, on some level.
Yes, but like not you're reactionary and like, oh, let me see how I can make this funnier. Whereas a lot of people like
want to shut this stuff down.
Yeah, shut it down and be like, how dare you?
It's very Puritan on some level.
Yeah, it is.
It's like everybody's clutching their pearls.
It is.
You know?
It's antsy. It's like
how can you call yourself a comedian?
It's authoritarian, is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's authoritarian, carrying Puritan values, which oftentimes is what authoritarianism does.
Yeah.
Because if people can think beyond this is good, this is bad, and that's it, then those people are dangerous inherently.
Yeah.
You don't want people to think.
Yeah.
You know, and comedy is supposed to sort of be like the last line of defense against authoritarianism. But they've broken it down so much, and the people who, you know, everything would have been fine at Askew if it weren't for the comedians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it had just been that one girl, she immediately started trying to appeal to people and being like, why is this dude allowed here?
Yeah.
And before I knew it,
who's she appealing to though? Like,
Sam Buck was there, and he fucking got involved in it.
Really?
Yeah. It's
the people on her side?
Yes.
What a fucking simp.
Tell him, I've been calling him Sam Cuck.
That's good.
There was another dude who, like, basically threatened to beat my ass.
What?
I'm trying to remember his name. I don't really remember his name.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know if I actually said it to Winsong, but, like, on some level, the only person who was actually threatened with violence at Askew that night was me. And if he had beaten me up, people would have cheered it on. Because I was the bad dude that... And then people saw how she was. They saw the video. They listened to the podcast. Glenn didn't back me up, dude.
What?
Glenn didn't back me up.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to... I said, okay, you don't have to be on it. Because I was going to have other people on to talk about what happened. And Glenn was like, I don't want to touch that, dude. And I was like, okay, you don't have to, but I'm going to post it on the channel. He said, if you post that on the channel, anything about this, I'm going to trash all the other videos, trash the channel, and take everything down.
Oh, man.
And then, of course, a week later, when the tide turned in my favor, we did the episode.
All right. Well, that's cool. Good to know. Well,
it's cool, but it's not that cool.
Motherfucker. He pulled like
I'm just being honest. I have to be honest about it.
He just pulled like a Mitt Romney on you. That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love Glenn. I love having a podcast with him.
Yeah.
But I can't lie and say... And, like, he sort of...
No, but have some fucking integrity, Glenn.
He sort of tries to be like, no, I was on... Dude, we had a 2-hour fight about posting that stuff on the podcast, on the channel.
Yeah.
He did not want it.
Iron exit only.
The last episode, he made me cut Winsong's name out Because we get in a fight in the you listen to it.
Yeah.
When you hear
that
the
was
gaps,
all Win Song?
that's all me saying or him saying Win Song.
Okay.
You hear the gaps in the middle of the fighting?
Right.
That's all Win Song. You can hear at one point I left a song in, but you can't really tell among all the other cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So that's partly why I'm like, I have to establish my own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to keep it. The podcast is good. You know, people like the Lazy Susans podcast.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long Glenn's going to be good for unless he accustoms himself. You know? I think we came a long day today with his mom sitting there and all that. You know?
he seemed like he was into it and then not into it and then into it and then not into it. And he wanted to kind of stay on topic. I understand.
I had a piece of paper with "Why are you getting upset?" written on it.
Oh, yeah?
Just in case he started... Because he gets so emotional about these things. And it's like, it's comedy, dude. You know?
Yeah.
And please don't go back and say, like... Well, I have a recording of it. But I'm not shitting on you, Glenn. I love you, Glenn.
Yeah.
I love you to death, but you know that you didn't back me up immediately with the thing. You saw how things were gonna go. And you can get very emotional about stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Which is not good for a comedian.
No.
You have to be able to deal with it. I mean, even early, like, fucking, I was saying that thing about, big guy with the little cigarette.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny. And he was like, well, you don't have to make fun of John's weight. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think Glenn is really... Because, like, I started telling him about, like, how I started going to meetings and shit.
And I love him,
And
dude.
he was, like,
Oh,
asking me to
yeah.
be my sponsor. And I was like, I thought we were not supposed to do that.
He was asking to be your sponsor?
Like, he asked... Well, he's like, I should be your sponsor, but... And I'm like...
You're not supposed to ask to be someone's sponsor.
Yeah. Well,
You're supposed to let
like,
them
took it off the
ask.
table, but he's like, treat me as a sponsor until you find one.
Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah. I kind of have been.
And don't...
Like, when I fell off, he was the guy I called. So,
That's awesome, and I know you
So
don't
I
want,
think he's
you don't want to
being
talk shit. I'm not trying to talk shit.
Yeah.
I'm just
he's
stating
being
the facts.
He's being, I think, overprotected of me. And, like, for right now. That'll change. I'll if I keep doing the podcast with you guys, I'll take digs at him and get him right. I'll get it to the point where you guys are going at me.
Well,
and then I'll try to turn it back around and see, you know.
Right now, the most important thing is your sobriety.
Yeah.
If you really want to get sober. So...
I kind of do. It's the behavior I was having.
Are we going to make it to this...
Oh, yeah. We got 8 minutes, and we're 2 minutes away.
Are we going to make it to the most important thing is your sobriety. Are we going to make it to the liquor store? I don't. I mean, I would offer to be your sponsor, but I drink and do drugs.
Yeah.
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 You know.
I mean, sponsor for what? Sponsor? They're not even paying me.
I'll be your comedy sponsor.
Yeah. Right.
I can work on jokes with you if you want.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to be a resource.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I would be your sponsor, though. Like, you know. Not saying that's bad. He's just trying to help.
Oh, yeah.
Glenn is a good dude. Let none of what I'm saying mean that Glenn isn't a good... Glenn is a good dude.
Yeah.
He's really... And I know that, like...
Is it right
if
here?
I was trying to get sober, yeah. If I was trying to get sober, he would probably also... He's pulled me aside and been like, I don't want you hanging out with those people. When he thought I was hanging out with people that were gonna, like...
Do dope with you?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Can I take this look? Oh, that's a rotary.
I want Glenn to get more into comedy.
I think he's doing well for where he is, man.
Definitely.
Well, I wasn't where he was a year in, but when I was a year in, it was the pandemic, so...
Hey,
he's like a year in, right?
He's coming up on it, definitely. And you're doing well for a year in, dude.
I'm 2.
You're doing well for 2 years in.
Thanks, man. I'm still hit or miss, but starting to hit more.
You're doing a good job.
Thanks, dude.
I mean it too. I really do mean it.
Hey,
I can't remember the last time I was over here. Anyway, bringing up your next comic, guys. Speaking of sobriety, Dillon Walsh.
Speaking of sobriety, if there's one thing I'm known for, it's not that. You've been known for poor choices, alienating anyone that loves him. His family cries when they think about his birthdays. The guy who fucking had to try 13 times to be sure he couldn't inject Klonopin. Dillon Walsh. Yeah. The guy who, I'll fuck ugly chicks. I'm just not going to tell you about it. But I will add it to the score. Dillon Walsh. The guy who, I don't want to say I'm turned on by the girl being underage, but do think about it, Dillon Walsh. The guy who, he hides behind the fact that he's friends with people of different ethnicities. And he thinks that it should just be okay that he's fucking latently and blatantly racist. Dillon Walsh. The guy who hopes he has COVID just so he can be the guy who started the fucking contagion among you people. Dillon Walsh. I'm so petty. Any amount of fame goes right to my head. Dillon Walsh. The guy who's so afraid of the sexual fantasies that he has about his mother sometimes that he once fired a therapist and accused him of sexual impropriety. Dillon Walsh. He had to change practices. The guy who, I'm not sure if I actually had anxiety to begin with, but I definitely can't function without any kind of benzodiazepine. I haven't gotten out of bed for 2 weeks, besides getting on the stage to entertain you people, which, am I? Dillon Walsh. This is gonna be the whole fucking... That's all I'm doing. This is one bit for as long as it can...
hey, this is one of your better sets.
Dillon Walsh. I've never played cards before or boxed. I have tattoos of both. Dillon Walsh. Who even am I? I've been constructing an idea of myself so long, I'm completely disconnected from any human being that might have existed. Dillon Walsh.
It fucking blows without having my own car.
Okay. You really want to do this, right?
Yes, I just don't have my own car to actually fucking
Alex,
transport
don't get
I live in
defensive.
East Greenwich,
I'm
20
not-
minutes away. It's not like I can walk over.
I understand. It's possible I could take the bus out to you. I'm willing to make, and please don't, I'm not trying to attack you, or I want to make this happen too.
Yeah.
Before you, it was Glenn who ultimately didn't really want to do it. And then John, who ultimately didn't really want to do it. So I've been hurt. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel, I just want to make sure that you really want to do it, basically. But I believe that you genuinely want to do it, and,
I genuinely want to do it, but I can't drop everything to do it.
Of course you can. Of course you can. I'm not asking you to. So, just let me know when you can.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking for when you have, like, a day is maybe we can record a couple of episodes at a time. When you actually have the time.
Yeah.
I want to get an episode out right now because of all this fucking craziness. You know what I mean? And I wanted to get your opinion on it and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I still don't know what happened
well,
on Sunday. Like, you're not explaining it to me thoroughly.
well, I blacked out on Sunday.
Okay.
So
Who drove you to...
Glenn did.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying maybe we can patchwork an episode from being there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, go ask Glenn what or maybe we could both go ask, make this a little more gonzo or something.
Maybe he's here tonight. Why is my beard so fucking itchy?
In any case, still podcast partners?
Yes.
Okay. Let me recalibrate a little bit.
I know we should dish out an episode at least once a week. I am aware of that. It's just with the situation that I'm in right now, it's making that very hard to do.
Oh. I'm empathetic to that. Please don't. I get it.
Yeah. I thought Marvin was supposed to be here.
Maybe we'll be lucky it'll be canceled and we can just record an episode here.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. To be honest, I have absolutely jack shit to do tonight. I have jack shit to go up tonight.
Well, I bet that there'll only be a couple of people in any place. Yeah. Go fucking get our 5 minutes in, figure out what we want to say, and then,
Okay.
That right there.
Can you get rid of that? I don't want to.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Liquor bottles.
That's why I think that you and
Any more empty liquor bottles
will have a successful, that right there is why I think that we will have a successful podcast together. I think that we have similar instincts in terms of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
How you want, Jeffrey?
Not too bad. I quit here 5 weeks ago. I'm on the job search. What's going on, guys? How you doing?
What's going on in here? What happened? It fucking blows without having my own car.
Okay. You really want to do this, right?
Yes, I just don't have my own car to actually fucking
Alex,
transport myself.
Don't get
I live in
defensive.
East Grand. I know you don't work. I don't know what you do during the day, whether it's whatever, but I work from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if I'm out late till 2 a.m. and only get like 4 hours of sleep, that doesn't work for me. That fucks me up the next day. So if I do that on a Tuesday, that Wednesday will be completely fucked up. I don't like I like preparing myself when I get to the venue, getting settled in a little bit. I don't like going up like right when I get there. I'll do it. I've done it before, obviously. That's just not my preference.
I understand.
Chill out, have a beer, say hi to a few people. Go over what I'm gonna talk about. I want to get back into improv.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Fuck, alright, well, you don't, something tells me you don't like improv comedy, right?
I like improv.
You do?
I like doing it.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't like watching it so much, but I like
If it's
doing
my
it.
friends, and it's like, it's actually
Yeah,
good.
it depends.
If it's actually good, and I know there are some parts of it where it can be kind of culty, where it's like you don't say no, you say yes and, but yes and then you just turn it around and completely do a complete 180.
What's your favorite improv game?
That's a tough one. I like the A to C.
A to C?
A to C.
How does that go?
Say a word. You think of a word. Then you think of another word. And that other word you thought of is the one that you shout out. Like A to C.
Okay. You think of a word, then you think of another word,
Yeah,
and then
so
you think of a word.
if
And
I
then
say
you
apple,
shout out.
apple makes you think of
Pie.
pie, which makes you think of Thanksgiving.
So who says the A?
It can switch
How many
off.
people does it take?
It